characteristics. First, your shoe size. Second, your arch type. And third, where you're distributing your weight, essentially. So from that, they can determine a few different factors that might play into what type of shoe you're going to be fit with. But from there, they'll actually start you off in what's called a neutral shoe and put you on the treadmill. And from the treadmill, they'll watch to see what your foot strength looks like while you're walking, and then what it looks like while you're running as well. So they kind of take those two factors and match it to the right category of shoes. And we're going to talk about the categories real quick. First category is neutral. Jordan's going to talk a little bit about neutral shoes.
So a neutral shoe is for someone that has a higher arch, but not necessarily. Some people have a lower arch, like I am a neutral shoe wearer. And when you're walking or running, your gait is fairly neutral. No excessive motion to the inside. Some people who have excessive motion to the outside need to be in a neutral shoe, because that stability post that Kevin and Eric will talk about is kind of like a neutralizer, going to help you bring it to neutral. So a neutral shoe is, while some have inherently stable parts of the shoe, it's for someone that's very efficient with their strength. And there's different neutral shoes. There's like more of an everyday trainer that has a lot of cushion under the forefoot and a big heel. And then there's kind of a lightweight category that's got the same type of performance but much lighter, maybe for faster days or for shorter days. So, but a lot of people are now going to a more lightweight option for everything. So it depends on what you want.
Yeah, a lot of it's preference. A lot of people like that nice cushion feel, in which case you go for more of a premium shoe. A lot of people like a nice lightweight, responsive feel, so you go for something lightweight, knowing that maybe it's not going to offer you the same level of shock absorption under your foot. The next category is the stability category, which tends to be the most popular.
Yeah, most people overpronate at least a little bit, so they go into more of a stable shoe. So if you look at something like this guy, this is what's known as a really light stability shoe. So this has a little bit of gray material here, and a lot of times you'll see this on a stability shoe. A lot of shoe companies paint that part gray to draw your attention to it. Not all of them do, but that just means that there's a denser material under here. So when somebody who has an overpronated state tries to roll inwards, it's going to stop you right at neutral and just toe you straight off. So it's kind of like efficiency in a shoe. This is meant for somebody who overpronates very, very slightly. Whereas when you go down the row here, you have a little more stability in this guy, and then some of them have extra cushion built into them too. So if you overpronate, maybe you like a really, really soft shoe. I'm one of those who likes a really, really soft shoe. You might want to go for something that has a little more cushion built into it too. They also make lightweight trainers that have a little bit of stability. So kind of like what George mentioned before, where some people are trying to get into wearing a lighter shoe for their faster days or their shorter days, or range day or track workouts. If you are an overpronator and you don't want to change all sorts of things at once by going to a lighter shoe, you can also find lightweight trainers or even some more substantial racing flies that have a little bit of stability built into them. So, going back to Kevin to talk about motion control shoes.
The third final category is what's called motion control. Motion control is for someone who's overpronating to a very significant degree. You can see the shoes are typically appear a little larger, appear a little flatter on the bottom, and have a very substantial posting. So again, for someone who is really overpronating, really rotating inward while they're running, a lot of times correlates with a flat arch. This is going to be a perfect shoe for them. So in talking about this posting, a lot of you may be wondering, well, okay, so I overpronate, what's the big deal? Well, there's two reasons why you want to correct that type of motion. First is that it'll make you more efficient. So instead of a lot of your energy being wasted on movements that are occurring in the foot during each foot strike, you're going to be directing all your motion forward. Second, if any of you have ever had shin splints or knee pain, these stability devices are working to keep everything in line. So by eliminating those movements at the ankles, at the arches, ankles, knees, even your hips and lower back, you're putting yourself in a better position to avoid injury down the road, particularly as your runs and your walks start to get a little longer. Has anybody had issues with shin splints or knee pain in the past?
I usually,
Yeah, so, sometimes. Yeah. And a lot of that too is the cushion level of the shoe, as we were talking about earlier.
And how long you've had the shoes.
And how long you've had the shoes. So that's another good point, Lisa. Typically from a pair of running shoes, you can get anywhere in like the 350 to 450 mile range. So yeah, that's a big range. You know, it depends from person to person where you're running. You know, if you typically run on pavement all the time, you know, that can be very tough on your shoes. You're probably going to be lower on that range. But you know, basically, if you're feeling, you know, at any point that my joints are kind of, you know, killing me after that long run, you know, maybe my shoes aren't doing a great job of absorbing the shock anymore. You know, you might be, again, 350, 400 miles into that pair. You know, probably about time to replace them. If you know you're going to be up at that range as the race approaches, you want to look at replacing them a little earlier, knowing that your current shoe maybe has some life left, but you know that you'll want to be doing the actual race in a fresh pair. What else? Shoe size. Quick note about shoe size. A lot of people, when they first buy a running shoe, are shocked at how large the size is relative to what they usually wear, you know, for their everyday shoe. In general, you're going to size up. So you take your normal dress shoe or casual shoe size and add about half the full size on that. The reason for that is twofold. First, a lot of running shoes run a little small. And second, you want to give yourself a little bit of room to not only avoid any type of rubbing up on the front, but also considering that your foot, as you run, is going to swell. So you want to give yourself a little bit of a buffer there. And then the last thing I'll say is, you know, just shoe care. You know, a lot of times our shoes get muddy, our shoes get dirty. We want to clean them. What's the best way to do that? The best way, maybe get some cleaner. I would just hose it down. You never want to put your shoe in the washing machine. Basically, the midsole is a high density sponge. If you submerge it in water for an extended period of time, it's going to compromise the shoe's ability to offer you cushion from that point forward. And then to dry the shoe, usually that insert just pops out. I pop that out, load it up with newspaper, put it, you know, by an open windowsill or in front of the fan, and just, you know, let it dry normally. Again, you don't want to pop them in the dryer and just subject it